Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. If you've not been here before, welcome, and if you have, welcome back to the channel. It means so much that you've stopped by. So today is going to be my Shop My Stash weekly review. So I do this every week on a Monday. By the time it goes up, it's probably going to be Tuesday, just because I put my Get Ready With Me using Essence products up like early hours of today, early hours of Monday, so I thought I would do this a day later. Anyway, the Get Ready With Me, if you've not seen it, I'll leave it in the cards here. But like always, I always start with the eyeshadow palettes, just because like when I go into the drawer I always forget to do the eyeshadow palettes. So as per usual, I do use this for the transition shades if a palette doesn't have a transition shade, and that first shade there cracked. I don't know how I did it. I was saying in last week's video it cracked. Not too sure what happened there, but yeah, I mean, I don't really use it for that shade anyway. I use it for the two transition shades when and if I need it. So that's that one. And then we've got the Essence G'day Sydney. Like I've just said, I've done a Get Ready With Me using all my Essence products finally. So I finally managed to get hold of that Lash Princess waterproof mascara, so I'm going to link the video up in the cards like I've just said. This palette, guys, is absolutely beautiful. I've only done one look with it so far. I'll just talk you through the shades that I used yesterday when I did the look. So we started off with this cream ivory shade here all over my eyelid up into my brow bone, and then I used a different palette actually for a lighter crease shade, which I'll talk to you about in a second, and then I went over it with this shade, and then in the outer corner I used this shade, and then all over the eyelid this beautiful green. It's so stunning. And then what I did is I mixed these two highlighter shades for an inner corner highlight. I will be keeping this palette in because I want to do 3 looks 1 palette, so I do want to use the rest of the metallics just to see what those looks look like. I've obviously used the green, but I want to use this blue here, this bronzy shade, and this darker blue here, and then obviously it can go back in the collection. That palette is not going anywhere. Absolutely love it. If you can get hold of it for that price, I would highly recommend it. I've not been wearing makeup recently. I probably wore it like 4 or 5 days out of the 7. I've not been feeling well this week at all, guys. I think I've got some kind of bug, so I've not really been in the mood for makeup, but yeah, I love this. So far what have I used? I've used Money Bags. I always use Rolling in Dough. I always use So Bougie, Classy and Sassy, and I think the only other shade I've used is Rich Girl. So this is definitely going to be staying in for another week, just because I want to use all the eyeshadows in this palette. And the Inventory Roulette pulled this out, and I've not used any of the eyeshadows out of this as well, so I think this is going to stay in for another week. Well, I don't think it has to stay in for another week, so I won't be pulling any eyeshadows out for this coming week. I'll just be concentrating on these 2 palettes, the Too Faced Chocolate Gold and also this, and also trying to do some like 3 looks with that Essence palette. Then we've got this. So this is my blusher, bronzer and highlighter palette. I've not really used any of the blush, well, I haven't used any of the blushes. The only thing I've used from this palette so far is this bronzer, just because I had already pulled some blushes out and I was using them, so I might leave this in for another week as well. It's going to be a very dull Shop My Stash this week, I think. A very quick Shop My Stash, which is very unusual for me, isn't it? But yeah, and then I've got this. I used this for my Get Ready With Me using Essence products yesterday. You wouldn't think it was a brand new sponge, would you? But yeah, this is from Primark. It came in a pack. I think you got about 6 of them, 6 different sizes for £2.50. My roulette, inventory roulette, also told me to pull this out. I've not used this yet. Just because I've not used makeup, I really need to start putting makeup on. And then we've got my Too Faced Melted Mattes there, and then my lip lingerie in Exotic back there. So let's just put them back. They just go there. And my Pandora jewellery box is like that because when I did that Get Ready With Me, I had to use this desk, and there's kind of a gap. I'll show you. There's kind of a gap, and like my tripod always falls down it, so it's just there. So I have to put this back there for when I want to do Get Ready With Me or an eyeshadow look or something on camera. But yeah, that's what I did. I just thought I would show you briefly. So we've got this Pixi by Petra Glow Mist. As you can see, we're nearly done now with it. Can't wait to get it out of the collection. So that should be done in the next couple of weeks, I should imagine. And then we're going into my everyday makeup drawer. So let's just remove this mini mirror. I don't need that in there. So let's start over here. Right, so I haven't used that, so that's going to have to stay in. The Hourglass blush, I didn't use it this week, but I used it last week. I haven't made up my mind whether that's going to stay in or go out. So I don't know about that. This one, I think it's getting old. I mean, like, when I do swatches of it, performs really well, but it doesn't look that great on my face. Whoops. If I can actually get it open. Right, so it's quite a pink toned highlighter. That's what it looks like. It looks really, really beaming, but when it's on the face, I can barely tell that it's there. I'm going to keep it in the collection until the end of the year and then see what it looks like. I'll probably end up decluttering it. I've had it for so long, guys. I've not used this Crescent Moon highlighter, so that needs to be used. There still is a couple of days left of me using these products at this point, so you know, I do still have time. I've not used this NYX HD Studio finishing powder either. I've used this a few times. Love this powder. It's the e.l.f. Sheer Tint finishing powder. I highly recommend this. Really, really like it. Then all these products here I have used. So these can go back now, actually. I think I'm just going to put them back in my collection just to give myself more room. So we have the Essence My Must Haves palette. So I need to talk to you about that in a second. Right, so this Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, I absolutely love it. Used it yesterday in the Get Ready With Me. So yeah, that can go back. Really like this Essence Matte Touch blush in Peach Me Up. That can go back. That blush, that matte Peach Me Up blush, I used that first and then I used this one over it. It's like a blush topper, so I thought I would do that. This highlighter here is not my favourite, so what I did, I used that highlighter and then I went in with this highlighter from the palette and it looked so stunning. So them two can go back. Really like this Essence contouring palette, which is new to my collection. So yeah, I really recommend this one. So all them products there are going back. That one can go back in there. Really like this. I've used it once or twice. That can stay in for a little while longer. I've used this once. It will probably stay in for another week. Not too sure how I feel about this Max Factor blush. This one is in the shade Nude Mauve. I'll probably put it back in the collection and then pull it again soon, or I might try and use it tomorrow just without any bronzer, because it looked quite a bronzy toned blush, even though it doesn't look like that in the packaging. Like when I put the Tanya Burr bronzer on and then this on the cheeks as well, it didn't look like it had blush on. And then this MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder, I've used this quite a few times as well. That will go back into the collection on Wednesday and I'll pull a new one. So I've been using this Kiko False Lashes Concentrate with the Urban Decay Perversion. On Wednesday I'm going to declutter this into my empties, and I'm going to pull the Essence waterproof one that I got, Lash Princess, because that is running on empty now. It's practically all dried up. So I'll be interested to see what this and the Essence one pairs like together. That normally pairs with mascaras pretty well. Then we've got all my Project Pan items. I don't need to talk about them. I go into them in every single video, so I won't talk about them in this one. That's what makes them long. Then we've got this NYX single eyeshadow in the shade Lace. I've not used this week at all, just because I have had that one from the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette in Rolling Dough, or Rolling in Dough. I've not used any of those. I should have really used this, because this got pulled from my Shop My Stash inventory. I'll have to use this in the next couple of days and see what I think about it. Not used any of those either. So now we're going to face products and skincare. So I've been using this Simple Soothing Eye Balm. Really like this, guys, and it's such an inexpensive product. I highly recommend this. That is the moisturiser that I use on the daily. So basically this is Nivea Daily Essentials Light Moisturising Day Cream, and I prefer the other Nivea one that I got. I can't remember the name of it, but I used it a lot over the last few months, over summertime, and I prefer that one. So it's like in a pink bottle, and I will get that one when this one runs out. I just wanted to try a different one. So I've been using this Sparkle Hydrating Moisturising Under Makeup Primer a couple of times as well, and when I use this I don't really use a moisturiser, just because this is moisturising, so I don't feel like I need to use a moisturiser as well. I really like this, guys. This is the Bourjois City Radiance Foundation. I've used this a few times, I think. Yeah, apart from the Fresh and Fit one that I used yesterday for that Essence video, this is the one that I've been using when I have worn makeup. I've also used this more than any other primer, just to get rid of it. It's just down to here now. It's the Bare Minerals Prime Time. I like it, but I do want it out of the collection. So we've got the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup in Healthy Glow. So yeah, I really like that, but that can go back in the collection just because I won't be using these products. I won't be using them in the next couple of days, I don't think, just because I've got so many other products to use. And then we've got the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer that goes with it. So that's those. Then I have the Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer. I absolutely love this, and I forgot how good it was. So yeah, really like that, and would repurchase it again when I run out. So many products are going back from Essence. What else do I have? I've not used this PS My Perfect Colour Perfect Finish Foundation in Porcelain. I think I'll leave that in for another week. Not use this either, this Technique Strobe FX Cream in Catching Rays. I don't even know if we're going to need to do a Shop My Stash for this week. These products might just stay in here for 2 weeks. So this, the Body Shop Vitamin C Glow Enhancer, I've not used, but that stays in there all the time. This Essence I Heart Stage eyeshadow base, I think I'm going to declutter it, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera now, but it's getting like white marks and I've had it ages. I did want to keep it for the video, but I didn't end up using it anyway. I just used the concealer, so I'm going to declutter that one. I'm going to keep this one in. This is going to be my new concealer that I will be using once the collection one has gone. And this is the Revolution Fast Base Concealer. I've got the shade C2. This is the one I'm using at the moment. It's the Collection Lasting Perfection 16-hour concealer, and it's nearly done. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the windows there. There's not much product left in there. Right, and then back here are just my masks again. I'm just showing you really what I showed you last week. Still not used the Hydra Bomb, and then there's just pencil sharpeners back there. So this literally is my Shop My Stash review. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing now for this upcoming week. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing a Shop My Stash, just because I can't pull any eyeshadow palettes because I've got all them there. I've got quite a lot of blushes. You know, the only thing I could probably pull is bronzers. I'm going to have a think about this and figure out whether I do actually want to pull anything else for this week's Shop My Stash. I mean, there's so many products that I could be using, but I've got all these like blushers to use, that bronzer, that blush, that highlighter, and those for that. This is stressing me out, man, because I do a weekly shop My Stash now, and you know, I wanted to do one this week as well, but I've just got all these products. I mean, obviously some of them can go back on Wednesday. I'm going to see where I'm at on Wednesday, Thursday, and see what I've used, see what can go back, and then decide whether I'm going to be doing a Shop My Stash, or this one might just be getting carried out till Tuesday. But you've heard like my thoughts on most of the, well, all of the products that I've been using. So thank you for watching this video. It really does mean a lot to me. If you've not already subscribed and become a part of my little fam here on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you would. I normally leave like a little picture, a photograph of me here, so you can just click there. There'll also be a video here, here and here, and also if you click that notifications bell, you'll be notified of when I upload my videos. My schedule is normally Mondays for weekly Shop My Stash reviews, Wednesdays for weekly Shop My Stash and the roulette inventory, and then Friday it's like a anything goes type of solution, where I've got quite a lot of videos that are pre-recorded, so I'm just going through them and putting the ones up that are the oldest on there. I mean, I've got some that go back to September, so I'm way ahead in filming. But yeah, that's everything that's going back now. I'm gonna put that blush back. Right, so this is what we're looking like. We'll see what we're looking like on Wednesday. I'm going to try and use this tomorrow, try and get some makeup on my pasty face tomorrow, and if that's used tomorrow, then I will do a Shop My Stash, because I will have used some products, maybe use that NYX powder as well and see what I think of that. But yeah, I'm just talking to myself more than to you guys at the minute, because I'm just wondering if I'll be able to do a weekly Shop My Stash this week. Fingers crossed I'll be able to get around to doing that. Thank you for watching yet again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.